Costco is about a quarter mile away. I'm just gonna walk there under the freeway. So the first floor of Costco is a parking garage, and I'm walking around it, and this place is like a giant tower with no entrance. That door has no handles, so hopefully there's a main entrance somewhere. But after going to Whole Foods yesterday, I found the security in the city is pretty tight, so they probably only have one entrance. And this looks like it's it. Nope, this is Costco receiving. I have decided to take off my sweatshirt. It's really hot outside. I struck out on finding a bike lock or a bike bell, but I ended up picking up some pillows and some trail mix. It's 10:30 a.m. I'm headed back to Ross's apartment. I need to be at his work in the middle of the financial district by noon. It says it takes about a half an hour to bike there, so hopefully I can find my way back and navigate my way into the city. So I'm back at Ross's apartment. I need to drop all this stuff. For the rest of the day, I'm going to try and switch memory cards. I have a GoPro Hero 4 with a 64 gigabyte memory card, but after you put about 12 to 15 gigabytes on it, when you hit start, it begins to start really slow, maybe because it's indexing or trying to figure out where to start recording, and that can really hamper the impromptu style of recording things on the fly. So I'm going to switch over to a memory card that is another 64 gigabyte Samsung one that I formatted once before. It's given me a few SD errors in the GoPro. I used my Linux computer to completely overwrite it with zeros. It took about an hour or two. So the rest of the day is going to get recorded on that memory card. If something goes wrong and all that data is lost, then shame on me. I should probably just buy a new one. But I hope that you can follow me through the rest of the day. If not, it's been fun so far. It's 11:52. I've been programming on my computer all morning in Ross's apartment, and the fire alarm just went off. Still in my pajamas. I didn't have shoes on. I now have shoes on. Don't have my contacts in. Honestly, don't know where the staircase is. This is a good reason to know your surroundings, be ready. Fire alarm went off after about a minute while I was trying to put my shoes on, so I'm just gonna stay in my room. But had this been real, I definitely was not ready. It's happening again. I'm a little more prepared this time, but this still... We're gonna find out what's going on. Probably should avoid the elevator. Okay, stairs are this way. Boom. Some pretty cool stair lights. They're sort of on, and when you walk by them, they turn on. I feel like I'm in a Batman cave. Just ran into a janitor who said that they're doing testing and that I should have gotten an email. It's sort of awkward because I don't live here. I'm here in San Francisco, and I just submitted my second Amazon Alexa skill for approval. I had already submitted it, but got some feedback that there were errors. So after resubmitting it, hopefully it will be approved in the next hour or 2 or 3, unlike the 2 weeks that it took leading up to the first round of revisions. Pretty excited. It's called My Adventure. You can say, Alexa, start my adventure, and just go around, battle stuff. Some of the responses are still a work in progress, but the overall structure is there. I can't tell if this GoPro case is bent. It doesn't look straight. So here's the new plan. I'm gonna take a shower, get dressed, eat some food, maybe make some oatmeal. It's currently at 2:40 in the afternoon. Not 2:40, 12:40. So once I get dressed, I'm going to hop outside and I'm going to walk down to Ross's work, which is at 450 Sansom Street, starting at Henry Adams Street. I'm gonna head down toward the boardwalk and walk along the touristy stuff, maybe take some extra time. It says it should take me an hour to walk there. I need to make it there by at least 5 and then fix Ross's bike so we can go to an event down here at Pier 35 in a building at the Embargo. Okay, I do math good. I ran into some trouble yesterday. Kind of trouble you could only run into in San Francisco. I went to dinner last night with some friends that we met after an a cappella concert, and they know programming. One of them asked what programming languages I'd used, and I listed off a few: PHP, JavaScript, Python, C#, like SQL and that sort of stuff. And one of them asked about C#, a project I'd worked on, and if I'd liked it, and I said that I hadn't because I couldn't compile it on Linux. That was my mistake. He looks at me and says, "Oh, I write compilers for a living. What was your problem?" To which I have no reply, because that really wasn't the issue. The issue was that in order to build the project on Linux, you needed to buy software, where the Microsoft software for Windows was free. So when I worked there, they provided us the free software and I had to use Windows, which was not my favorite. It's 11 o'clock at night, we're eating food. I don't really know why I didn't like it. Like, I didn't have all these answers off the top of my head, so I just stalled out. Recently I've been reading Atlas Shrugged. It's a book about this thick, and one of my favorite lines from it is, "Jim, one day you'll learn that words have a precise meaning." I learned that lesson yesterday. All the technical jargon I throw around at home in Connecticut just rolls right off people's backs. They have no idea what I'm talking about. I just blurt out an answer and, they let me be. But here, you actually have to be very precise in what you say, how you diagnose your problem, what you're talking about, because people here build operating systems, they write compilers, they create programming languages, among a million other things. It's actually awesome because you can talk to some really smart, really interesting people, but you definitely can't fake it. Right now I'm walking down the boardwalk in San Francisco, headed to my brother's work. It's about 2 miles away. I'm going to stop pretty often and take some time lapses. There's a great view of the city right here. They're building some new buildings, and then I'm going under this huge bridge. I'm not exactly sure what that bridge is named, but I'm going to find out. I don't think we're going to have a problem, but if we do, I want it to be near this boat. I think it's a beast. It's already 4:10 here. Ross is going to get out of work at about 5:30. I need to make it to his building and fix the flat before that happens.